Hello everybody, welcome to the Comic Gamer Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and unfortunately, we got some news earlier today about Jonathan Majors, aka the actor the MCU chose to play Kang, the next big bad in it. And unfortunately, as some of you know, Jonathan Majors has been in the news for bad things. He had a whole tiff with his girlfriend, and he's been in in the courtrooms as of late. And we've all kind of been waiting to see what comes out of this. None of us were there, but you read some of there's things out there that you can find, text messages, videos, obviously, but you don't know how things are gonna go. And Disney, obviously, especially after the Johnny Depp situation, wanted to kind of handle this delicately, because the Johnny Depp situation, Depp wasn't even charged with anything. Depp didn't do any jail time. It was all rumor and he say, she say, and they dropped Johnny Depp for that. As did Warner Brothers on the Fantastic Beasts movies. But everybody kind of felt bad about that, because we're like, okay, in hindsight 2020, maybe we didn't have to drop him out of all those projects. So Disney, after being bit with that and the whole James Gunn thing too, overreactions, wanted to kind of wait and see what came out of the courtroom, what came out of this proceedings. And they got a verdict. Jonathan Majors has been found guilty of assault and harassment, I'm guessing, of his girlfriend, of his former girlfriend. And with that verdict, Disney was very swift and very quick to drop Jonathan Majors off the Kang projects. Like, this is crazy. Jonathan Majors has been fired from the MCU as Kang, and he is facing upwards to a year of jail time. Potentially. I don't know if he'll ever serve that kind of jail time, just simply due to who he is, the wealth he has, in the lawyers he can get. Honestly, I don't know how that kind of thing works in the courtroom, but if people have said that he could get upwards to a year, which means that the worst he could get is a year, then I'm thinking I'm thinking either A, he's not gonna spend but like a few days in fucking prison, in jail, or B, he's never gonna reach jail. Either way, his career is, I wouldn't say his career is ruined. Now, I know some people are going as far as say ruined. I would not say ruined. There are some things like, people have come back from worse. People have come back from worse. Much, 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 much worse than this. And it's terrible. I hope everything's fine. But everything I've heard about that situation, and granted, like I say, I wasn't there. I'm just reading things online about it. It did seem more consensual. It did seem like it was consensual on both sides. From what I've seen, it wasn't like he was just whooping the shit out of this girl. That's just from the information I have available to me that I've seen on the internet, the text messages and all these different things. From what I saw, it was a bit of a toxicity on both sides. It was like borderline Ike and Tina shit going on there. It was like toxicity on both sides. But obviously, as the man, and obviously engaging in that kind of thing, it came down on him. Now, the thing about it is, regardless of how he got himself into that point, regardless, he shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. This saddens me. More than just as an MCU fan, but as a fan of films, as a fan of great acting and actors. And on a side note, as a black man, because for years, especially like amongst black actors, there's always been like that thing of like, who is gonna be the next like Denzel, the next Samuel, the next guy who will be a black actor who can be in these big Hollywood movies, winning these awards with the respect of all people of all races. Who could be that kind of a guy? Because really, it's like, it's Denzel, but it's just Denzel. Because Will Smith and Jamie Foxx, and there's some other actors, older actors, some senior actors, Morgan Freeman and whatnot. But like, they're all kind of categorized as like niche. But Denzel was like, this guy can be in anything, anywhere, be the headliner, no matter who he's in the movie with. And Jonathan Majors had that kind of range. He had that kind of acting ability. Honestly, he was my guy. I remember one time I was in an Uber once, and I was having a whole conversation with the Uber driver. When I get Ubers, I have a conversation with my Uber driver if he wants to. Or, you know, I play it by ear. If the Uber driver wants to talk, cool, I'll talk. If he doesn't, I'll just chill in the back. But at a certain point, me and this Uber driver were having a conversation about up-and-coming black actors. I was talking about John David Washington. I was talking about, I always forget that one guy's name. His name's Corey, but I can't remember his name. There's a couple black actors on Letitia Wright. There's a lot of black actors and actresses on the rise. Not just black either. Young actors on the rise. Because, like, Florence Pugh and all of them. And he was in that category of, like, this young actor who's going to be in these big things, who's going to be major player for years to come. And he was making such good decisions with his career. Lovecraft Country, Creed, obviously being in the MCU as Kang. Like, he was making such smart and interesting decisions with his career. And I just saw nothing but amazing things in Jonathan Majors' future. Honestly, I was looking forward to him. He was one of those actors who, if you told me, hey, Jonathan Majors is starring in this, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to check it out. So it saddens me to see someone of that caliber, someone with that bright of a future, fuck it up. Now, on the bright news spot, you know, on the bright side is, he did this so young in his career that he can make a resurgence later. And he probably will make a resurgence later. Maybe it might be 10, maybe 15 years from now. Who knows? But he could make a resurgence. Just really all depends on how he handles it from now on, right? If he's sincere, if he's remorseful, it all depends on how he handles it. He could make a comeback. But he ain't gonna be Kang. And the MCU said we ain't got time to wait. And like now, like the Kang Empire movie is up in the air. It's completely up in the air. In fact, I believe somebody said on there that they're not even calling it the Kang Empire anymore, Avengers Kang Empire. They're just calling it Avengers 5 because they don't know what they're going to do with this movie. They don't know what's going to happen. And there's a billion different possibilities. They could make it a Secret Wars Part 1, Part 2 situation. They could introduce a new villain, maybe call it Doom Dynasty, Doom Empire or something. There's a lot of possibilities and a lot of directions and a lot of ways they can go with the future. Now, personally, how I would handle it is I would simply recast. I would recast. While us as the audience, and I will say it would take some major adjusting, have gotten used to Jonathan Majors' face because we've seen him as Kang 2 times in the MCU, 3 times if we count both seasons of Loki. We have seen him as Kang 3 times in the MCU, technically. But in the proper MCU timeline, only Ant-Man Scott Lang saw him. That's it. In the proper MCU timeline. Otherwise, everyone else who interacted with his variants were at the TVA. So, it's not too much of a leap to say that that particular variant of Kang just looked different. Honestly, it's not too big of a leap to cast a new actor and go forward with the same script, because at this point, like I say, he was only in one movie as the villain, and it's not too hard to simply say that that was a variant of Kang. You could just, you know, like, look, we've kind of pushed forward, but we've already done some recasting. Now, this would be one of the biggest recastings, but the good news is this is a villain, not the main protagonist. So, man, it just saddens me, though. Because he was doing such a good job of distinguishing his different Kangs. Like, the Kang from Ant-Man, the Kang from He Who Remains, and Victor Timely were so distinctly different. You would have to get an actor who could really play that. I really think they want to still go forward with this Kang Dynasty thing. I do think they still want to go forward with that. I hope they still go forward with that. Because Kang was one of my all-time favorite fucking villains, man. You guys might not remember this. I made videos about this years ago. I was like, yo, Kang is it, bro. Kang is it, and they finally did it. They got an actor I love to play a character I love. It's so crazy how fucked up shit ended up going. Because he couldn't fucking control himself. It is so sad to me to see great athletes and great men or great people fuck their lives up over a woman. Fuck their entire life up because of a woman. Because of a situation with the women. And it's like, man, y'all gotta control your fucking selves, man. You got way too much fucking money. Just too much money on the line for me to be fucking around with any woman, bruh. Like, and it's some of the things you see he said to the girl, some of the things they said to each other, some of the videos out there that you can find. I'm like, oh my God, dude. I could not be bothered with this love. Like, you're an actor. You do drama for a living. I couldn't have that kind of drama at home. Shit, man. It'd take a girl to say one dramatic thing to me, and we wouldn't have to be in court arguing over it. I'm dropping her ass right there. That's what should have happened, Majors. The moment y'all started fighting, it should have been over right there. You should have been like, bitch, get out of my house. Boom, that's the end of it. But nope, he want to fucking argue. He want to get physical. He want to go back and forth with her. Like, dudes, I never for the life of me will get how men ruin their whole goddamn lives / careers over a woman. But we got to move on from it. Saddens me. But I'm hoping they recast. I'm hoping they still push forward with the Kang Dynasty. I'm hoping they find an actor who can really push it. You know, I'm hoping maybe they Mark Ruffalo this shit. Maybe, because I think Mark Ruffalo is way better than Edward Norton. So maybe this is maybe they can Mark Ruffalo this shit. Maybe they can recast and get an actor who does even better of a job than Jonathan Majors. Because I really don't want them to drop the Kang thing. It just would feel weird. It felt anticlimactic as fuck. Like, we've been teasing this the entirety of Loki and Ant-Man was a teaser about this army of Kangs they're gonna attack. We're gonna just drop that? No, I really hope not. But anyways, thank you guys for joining the Kang Game Movie Show. Please remember to like and subscribe. And what do you guys think of this Jonathan Majors being fired from Marvel? 2 questions for you guys. Will he be back? And how quickly? And would you recast or move on forward with a different villain? Comment below. Let me know, people. Thank you guys again. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.